I'd like to ask you ladies about your opinion or any interesting things you notice about the pictures with Andy Warhol.
Yeah, sure. I think the most interesting aspect is Andy is known to take the image of somebody else or another piece or something that's an iconography figure and replicate it. So you think of a copy of a copy of a copy, and Andy was the one that popularized it and really brought it forth in media. So I think it's interesting that all these photographs of Andy kind of in his own environment.
Other observations? I think she just might have covered everything. Anything else?
Yeah, well, I used to watch the Andy Cohen Diaries. I don't know if I'm saying the full name right, but it's on Netflix, and it's one of my favorite documentaries about Andy. And I think the first thing I noticed was this church, and a big subject they sort of touched on in his documentary was that not a lot of people knew that he was a very religious person.
No, the photos of Warhol are amazing. He was a fan of the people and seeing him.
And you're a fan of Warhol?
I mean, who isn't?
Apparently Daria isn't.
Yeah, well. We do. Yeah, we love Warhol. Warhol and his factory.
So I take it that you two are artists, or do you work in the film industry maybe?
I work in fashion.
Fashion.
And I'm a director.
Where did you two meet, if you don't mind me asking?
We met at a Hollywood party 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And
Sunset Boulevard.
And we were doing shots with Paris Hilton.
I see.
And then she invited me to be in her movie, and I was supposed to be in her movie, but then the night before that, I fell at Tesla Bar. Oh, sorry, it's Stella Bar. Tesla Bar. It's Stella Bar, still in Silver Lake. And
Right.
I text her the next morning. I'm like, Tyler, I fell, so I'm on crutches. Can I still be in the movie? And she was like, absolutely not.
Would you tell us something about your picture of choice here, any details you notice, and anything that you may like about it?
I love this picture with Andy Warhol due to the fact of the figure, the individual that's sitting beside him. I think this notion of him being placed in an environment where his work was like kind of catered to the notion of accessibility.
And so all of these pictures here that we see with this sort of accident resulted in this unique sort of style of one photo superimposed over the other.
Yep, double exposure. It's a good accident to have.
I suppose so, since it made it into the gallery.
Yeah, it's great.
What is the setting of these pictures?
So I think this is all over 10 days. I do know that Andy's at a fashion show here. He's modeling here. It's the day before he died, I believe. And then that's the hearse.
I actually didn't know that myself, and you're absolutely right. I know I've seen many of his custom works, his small postcards that he's made, and these candid pictures of him, like this one here, of him taking pictures in the church.
It shows that it's genuinely important to him. You know, he's not just posing, like he's here engaging. You can tell from what I can see, it's a regular thing that he does, which is incredibly admirable and just obviously adds to who he is as not only an artist, but as a person.
Do you notice anything interesting about these pictures that captures your eye? Any details that you'd like to share your opinion on?
Well, we can see on these pictures that Andy Warhol, wonderful artist, is doing some community work.
Love it. It kind of reminds me of some of the old Warhol factory films. If you've seen any of them, like the Gary, Indiana ones where it's all improvised and you just have these people that look like my grandparents, or how I imagine my grandparents are in New York City, and saying hilarious zingers off each other. Like, it makes me think, you know how people talk for podcasts as if they're in podcasts? Like, bro, you should have a
They do indeed. I know exactly what you're talking about.
They should have a podcast. Oh my God.
I wish they would have had it back then. There would have been some pretty awesome content from Gary, Indiana.
Right? And my favorite is Patrick. He's a young straight man who Gary, Indiana thinks is gay and is just like kind of harassing. And Patrick is a stoner and Gary is just like asking him what's going on, and Patrick won't give him the time of day.